Hey there, I'm Mastin Kipp, founder of thedailylove.com and author of the book, Daily Love, Growing into Grace, and welcome to this week's episode of Daily Love TV. This week, you and we are gonna put an end to self-sabotage. That's right, I know that sounds like a big claim, a big stake in the ground, a huge promise, and on many levels it is, but let's break it down. First of all, what is self-sabotage? Now think about this, as you're progressing towards a goal, have you ever gone up and up and up and you're almost there and then everything seems to fall apart? You ever had that happen? I know I've had that happen and it can seem so frustrating and you ask yourself, why did I do this again, right? How many times have we said that? Why did I do this to myself again? Well, what I've found is that many well-intended people will have this problem and then they'll go to a counselor or therapist's office and they'll give that cycle a label like self-sabotage. Now, I'm not against therapy at all. However, I would like to change the wording, the semantics, if you will, just a little bit, because I think with the change in semantics, we change the entire process and how you are going to look at it, which will then help us end self-sabotage once and for all. What if I told you that instead of sabotaging yourself, what's really going on is that you're trying to protect yourself? Think about that for a second. Don't you think it might be possible that you think on some conscious or unconscious level that outside of your current comfort zone, it's unsafe for you? And at the same time, the goals, the dreams, the aspirations that you want to have in life, where do those reside, right? Outside your comfort zone. So you, on a certain level, either consciously or unconsciously, are threatened by your dream. You think that your dream's going to kill you. And let me tell you something, nothing, and I mean nothing, could be further from the truth. Your dream is not going to kill you. Your purpose is not going to kill you. Who you become as a process of realizing your dream, that is an exciting journey to go on. But our amygdala and our fight or flight response and our nervous system is really designed to keep us safe. So as we venture towards our dream and as we venture towards our purpose, we're gonna come up against all kinds of limiting beliefs and limiting stories and limiting behaviors, limiting emotions that hold us back, but not because you're trying to sabotage yourself, because you're trying to protect yourself. So how can we end self-sabotage forever? By reframing it and understanding you're not self-sabotaging, you're self-protecting. And we can change self-protection with consistent effort over time. So here's how you do it. The first thing I'd like you to do is look at whatever behavior you want to change, right? Maybe there's an exercise pattern that you want to change, or maybe there's a relationship or romantic pattern that you want to change. Maybe there's a financial pattern that you want to change, or health and well-being pattern that you want to change. Look at that behavior that you want to change that's holding you back, and then write it down, right? If you're watching this video right now, just take a second to really write down, here's the behavior that I want to change, right? I want to, have a better budget, or I want to lose weight, or I really want to stop arguing with my partner, or I want to stop repelling people when I'm dating them, or I want to, stop stopping putting myself out there with my blog, or whatever it might be. Look at that behavior, and then if you could, notice what's the story that generates that behavior, right? Let's just say for a moment you want to blog and you're stopping yourself, right? Well, the story is, I'm not original, or I'm not good enough, or the story might be, no one's gonna read this, right? Let's look at that story and really start to question, is that story really true? So you have the behavior that you want to change, and you have the story around it that is really propelling that behavior. And if you think about it, say that story out loud, like, no one's ever gonna like my blog, no one's ever gonna like my writing. Like, really engage with me here for a second. And then notice when you say that story, is there an emotion in your body that you feel, right? Maybe you feel something in your stomach, or maybe you feel something in your throat or in your shoulder. Is there an emotion that you feel that's producing that story? And then tap into that emotion for a moment and kind of notice where that emotion is in your body, right? Sometimes it could be here in your stomach or here in your throat. It doesn't matter where it is. Notice where that is. And then ask yourself a question and try to get around the mind on this one, because the mind's going to want to stop you. Ask yourself the question, when's the first time I can remember feeling this emotion? When is the first time I can remember feeling this emotion? And usually an image from childhood is going to come flash at you. It could be irrational. It doesn't really matter when it is. But look at that situation. And in that situation of childhood, when's the first time I can remember feeling this moment or feeling this emotion? ask yourself, what was going on and what did I make this moment mean in my life, right? Maybe you're 5 years old and you shared, a crayon cutout with someone in your class and they put you down. Or maybe your parents didn't have time for you, right? And did you decide on an unconscious level that you're not good enough? And maybe that's where that story, that belief started to happen, where you started to protect yourself. Because you thought, you know what, if I express my creativity here, I'm not going to be safe. No one's going to accept me. And so if we can start to go, and you may need to watch this video a couple times to really get what I'm saying here, but as we start to journey down from the behavior to the story to the emotion, right, and then to that original incident that really made us create this story in the first place, we start to realize, oh my gosh, I might have a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old running my life now. So you want to let that inner child, that scared child, know that you are safe, that you are protected, that you are guided, that you have a higher power that walks with you, and to start to make a new choice. And every time you see yourself holding yourself back or, quote, self-sabotaging, realize that scared child is just looking to be nurtured and looking to know that it's safe. And you can do that for yourself. And then you can start to choose people in your life who can also support you in that process and really create that supporting environment and peer group for you to really bust through and really express your dream, express your purpose. It's been a great pleasure to serve you this week. This is a pretty intense topic, I know. If you want, please feel free to watch it again. We covered a very incredible process in a very short period of time here. Now, if you're watching this video over on YouTube or on Facebook, I invite you to come on over to thedailylove.com and below this video, comment and let me know, could you be protecting yourself and not self-sabotaging? And what part of you is scared? What part of you doesn't believe that you're enough? And could the older, wiser, more spiritual person come in and comfort that side of you? Leave a comment and let me know. Also, please remember to subscribe here on YouTube so that I can send you my weekly updates. And most importantly, and as always here at Daily Love TV, my deep wish for you is to get out there, take action, and make it real. We'll see you next week.